Welcome to Mount Rainier National Park. I want to mention, of course, we're still in winter time. Some of the roads will be closed in the park during the winter. Another thing I want to mention is also legally required to have snow chains to go all the way up to Paradise, because you're going all the way up the mountain. Welcome to Longmire, our first pit stop in Mount Rainier National Park. Here in Longmire you can find the Visitors Information Center. There's also a display of local wildlife. There is a campground, there are some historical buildings, and today there's also a shortage of staff, for which reason the road into the park is closed. Aww. Meaning that we can continue and go anywhere today. So that's kind of a downer. I can say I'm not disappointed, but then again, you also have to check the website before you come here to see if anything is closed. Of course, we're here on a trip. It's not like we're here for the entire week. So this is our day. Luckily for us, there are several hiking trails you can start from Longmire, and they have viewpoints. So there is still a slight chance that we are going to see Mount Rainier. In the end of the day, that's where we came for. So happy faces, and let's hike because it's really cold. So I can do with some movement. And this just sucks. The Rampart Ridge Loop Trail runs about 7.4 kilometers and climbs over 400 meters across an ancient lava flow. Along the way, you pass the dense forest and enjoy the sweeping views over the river valley. On clear days, Mount Rainier itself dominates the horizon, cloaked in glaciers. I think this is pretty interesting. About 370,000 years ago, Mount Rainier, which is a volcano, erupted. Now there were two glaciers here, the Couch Glacier and the Nisqually Glacier. And those two glaciers actually connected at some point. So while the lava was coming down the mountain, it hit a really big ice wall. And there, the lava stopped flowing and eventually cooled down. Now over the years, both glaciers actually retreated. And the only thing that's left is this big wall of lava, which you can see right behind me. Now if I didn't tell you that that's just cooled lava, I think you wouldn't have guessed. Welcome to Mount Rainier. A little bit past the official viewpoint is the actual viewpoint. There is Mount Rainier, where we came for. Now of course, as you can see, it's still a bit misty, so we're going to see if we can get a better view, but just in case we don't, we're going to take as it is. Because of the winter, of course, a lot of these roads were closed and we only got to see half of these parks. Now that being said, it was still well worth our time coming down here, because these parks are absolutely amazing, even in the winter. And I must say, the snow does add to a little bit of magical feel to it. However, of course, in the summer you're gonna get more for your buck, but that's each their own leisure. And even though I really enjoyed the snow, because I haven't seen it in years, I think I've seen enough for the rest of this trip, or at least until we get down to South Argentina. But before we do that, we do have a couple of pit stops in Oregon and of course in San Francisco, where we have the most exciting itinerary waiting for you. So make sure to stick around. Of course, that adventure is for our next video. So like, subscribe, make sure you don't miss out, hit the notification bell, and if you want to become a part of this trip and support our travels, make sure to hit the join button and become a member. Thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next adventure. Hopefully without the snow. Ciao for now. And although we didn't get to see much of Mount Rainier or the park itself, we did thoroughly enjoy hiking through the snow. And just about 20 minutes outside the park itself, we actually got to see what we came for. So, enjoy the views and we'll see you on our next adventure.